What does a dream life in Europe look like? For some, it looks exactly like Paris or Dublin. Some big city that probably has building height limits dating back to some time long ago in the past. For others, they dream of a place nestled in the mountains in Switzerland or Italy, or a remote cabin in Norway. I imagine that for a lot of us. Our dream life in Europe is somewhere on the Mediterranean. I mean, we found ourselves on Madeira, but our first foray was in Malaga. We loved it so much, and through our travels in our 3 years here, we have found only gorgeous city after majestic seaside after picturesque village. And today, we wanted to tell you about what we found on our most recent expedition. We made a month-long journey through France, and right in the middle of that, we found ourselves in Montpellier and Avignon. Before that, I'm Alan. We are It'll Be Fun, the company that makes living the dream abroad a reality. We have a plethora of resources on our website and professionals ready to help you. In addition, if you'd like to speak to us directly and others farther along on the same journey as you, join our monthly meetups on Patreon. And as always, please like, subscribe, and let us know about your dream Mediterranean destination in the comments.
Did you know Americans have to file U.S. taxes no matter where they go in the world? It's our special little privilege. The thing is, no matter where you go, you will want someone who understands U.S. expat taxes to help you. Your current tax accountant only knows what they know. Perhaps you want a company with over 20 years of expatriate tax experience. That's where TFX, Taxes for Expats, comes in. As Americans who have made the move to Portugal ourselves, this is very important to us. So when that time of year comes around, use Taxes for Expats. Just make sure they know It'll Be Fun sent you by using our affiliate link in the description.
So, Montpellier and Avignon. Although both sit in the south of France, there are many differences between the two. Enough that I will go over each separately as I speak today. One is the 7th largest city in France, Montpellier. One is the fastest growing French city of the past 25 years, and the other one is Avignon. Of course, I jest. Avignon is an impressive city in its own right. Its population of near 100,000 make it the 13th largest city in France. Looking at the two cities from a sense of size, Avignon is similar to the city of Funchal on our new home island of Madeira. Montpellier is much larger, almost 500,000, just larger than Miami back in the US. It shouldn't be a surprise as Montpellier sits on the Mediterranean itself, while Avignon is on the Rhone River, merely close to the Mediterranean. As we go, I'll compare our new home of Madeira to these two French cities. First up, did we enjoy the cities? Since we were there, we have our own opinions that we can give. And the cities were nice. Did you know that the University of Montpellier is over 800 years old? Montpellier absolutely has a feeling of a college town, but not in a bad way. There are enough people in the city that you won't be overwhelmed by college kids. And at the same time, gives it a lively atmosphere as you go about your day, with people enjoying the parks and coffee shops all along the way. We were there in October, and it was chilly. Montpellier and Avignon are both in a temperate climate zone and are going to be a little bit colder in the winter and a bit warmer in the summer than Madeira. Of course, Madeira is known for being eternally t-shirt or sweatshirt weather at the worst, so comparing Madeira at all is a great thing. And as for Avignon, Avignon oozes with culture in the city center, with plenty to do and a lively atmosphere. I should note that we were there right in the time of a medieval festival. It's a big deal. So there would have been more visitors than you would expect for October. One thing that we noticed is that you can rather suddenly get to the edge of the city center for what that is worth. What does the area have to offer? Well, I have said that Montpellier is located on the Mediterranean Sea. Montpellier is actually the third largest French city on the Mediterranean, after Marseille and Nice. This means there are beaches and coastline to enjoy just around the corner, or a short bus ride from the city center. In addition to this, both Montpellier and Avignon are old cities. Most cities in southern France are old. There is plenty of history to see here, with magnificent cathedrals, gorgeous buildings everywhere. On our trip, when we were driving between Avignon and Montpellier, we took a side stop to visit a Roman aqueduct called Pont du Gard. It was massive. It rises over the Gardon River in 3 arched tiers, built by 1st century Romans and still standing today. Being from the USA originally, things like this are always astounding. This region of France bears lots of history, just like this. Avignon, for example, was at one point the seat of the papacy. 7 consecutive popes resided in Avignon rather than Rome way back in the 1300s. And yes, that means there is a beautiful place to visit, the Palais des Papes. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Another piece to note about Avignon is that it sits at the base of wine country, and you are truly around the corner from excellent vineyards. If you like wine as much as me, this is great news. So then, I've sold you on the area being gorgeous, and there being countless things to see and do. Perhaps so much that you couldn't do it all in one trip. But what about living in Montpellier and Avignon? Well, we are in France, so that means you have to keep French visas and taxes in mind. I will give a short review. While you can do better, France has desirable taxes and benefits for an American, except for inheritance taxes, which can be as much as 60%. We have spoken about this in detail through other videos, so check them out. For Avignon and Montpellier, are they affordable? Let's compare these two cities to Funchal. In Funchal, a 2-bedroom apartment rents from about 1,300 euros a month, while Avignon, a 2-bedroom apartment rents from just under 1,000 euros a month. Montpellier, the bigger city, rents a 2-bedroom apartment from about 1,050 euros a month. While at face value, Montpellier and Avignon are more affordable, there is a bit more to consider. It's more expensive to eat out in Montpellier and Avignon than Funchal, at around 20% more while being careful, and Funchal is far safer than either of those French cities. Not to say that Avignon and Montpellier are especially dangerous, Funchal is just especially safe. Avignon and Montpellier are more like a standard urban area in this regard. France is an excellent country. It's among the most sought-after European destinations by Americans for good reason. You know the Funchal comparison. Well, Funchal is part of Portugal, a country of 11 million people for total. France has over 65 million people, 6 times that of Portugal. There is simply more to do and see in France. An ocean coastline, the Mediterranean Sea, the Pyrenees, countless vineyards, and in some ways, France is like Portugal, but more of it. While Portugal ranks consistently near the top for healthcare worldwide, France is only a short distance behind it. And while France is at 14th place, it might not compete with Portugal's 7th place for safety, but it makes USA and its 132nd place look terrible. Let me paint you a day of our trip. We woke up in our Airbnb in Avignon and went outside to have a coffee. Our plan for the day was to head to a garden near the Palais des Papes. Little did we know, the garden was under renovation, so we had to make a backup plan. It wasn't difficult. We came back to the Palais des Papes and decided to walk through the outdoor market just outside. Having chosen some cheese and bread, we walked through the main square before deciding to step into a side shop and purchase some wine. Finally, we toured a smaller cathedral we had missed a previous day. It was beautiful inside, as if it was a competition. Then we found ourselves back at the Airbnb, where we wrapped up drinking wine and eating good bread and cheese on a small but quaint porch. If I told you this was the worst day we had in Avignon, would you believe me? Then could we live in Avignon or Montpellier? I think it could be considered. The cities are gorgeous, and France is a lovely country, but we really like Madeira. Also, I think other French cities are worth considering that we might even like more. We've already spoken about a few, so check out our other videos on France. Does this sound like the life you've been dreaming of? It absolutely is achievable, and we're here to help you make it happen. Visit www.it'llbefunretirement.com to explore our Ultimate Moving Abroad program, a step-by-step guide to relocation anywhere in the world. Sign up for our newsletter to get tips, updates, and insights about expat life. Join us on monthly online meetups at www.patreon.com/it'llbefun to connect with like-minded adventurers, or schedule a one-on-one consultation to start dreaming your life abroad. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below your thoughts, questions, or your own expat dreams. We'd love to hear from you. Retiring, or simply living your life on your terms. It doesn't have to stay a dream. It's closer than you think. Start planning, start dreaming, and let's make this happen together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.